Hey guys, Dark Moon Tamer here. How you guys doing tonight? I'm coming at you guys with another blog. A lot of things been going on for almost a couple of weeks, and to be honest, this is a time for me to speak out a lot of things about me that people don't seem to quite understand, and there's a lot of thoughts about this game myself. So as everyone knows that I'm hoping everyone knows, maybe my friends, that Yu-Gi-Oh used to become a big part of my life, years ago. And then over time, sorry, this damn camera kind of sucks ass. Over time, it got into a serious point that people just started to look down on me as a duelist because, of all the comments that I've been really afflicted on. People don't think that I don't really care, shouldn't care what people say, but the fact is I do. It does take a huge toll on me because I don't want to quit this game for somebody's reason, and I also don't want to give up on this game because I'm in love with it too much. And then when Vanguard came around, I was first introduced to it when my friend gave me my very first trial deck for the Oracle Think Tank. I liked it at first, and after seeing the show, I wanted to know more about it and play more about it. And then eventually, when you realize you lose friends in Yu-Gi-Oh! By playing a different game, you start to lose a bunch of people themselves. And slowly but surely, I've started to realize that I am torn between two card games and two friends who play two different card games. Everyone has defected to Vanguard because the way Yu-Gi-Oh! Is. The ban list sucks, the cards are hell expensive, and there's a lot of douchebag players that are still raging like a bunch of fraternity assholes. Not to mention they all kind of stink too, which kind of the pay to fuck be. But you guys, I don't want you guys to think that I'm being bitchy about this or being like a total novice, because it's just the way I've experienced it at my locals. Like on Friday, this made me realize about a lot of things. When you're in a different card game than someone else, when you try to remember that they used to be your friends, they're not your friends anymore. Obviously. Like, I went to Game Den first on Friday, last week on Friday, because, I wanted to see some Yu-Gi-Oh! Players. I wanted to see if I can get some cards in there. In fact, my Harpy deck, I was going to play Harpies, but I decided to play Plants because I thought Plants were my main deck when I first started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Or when I started to have friends. So my history background of all Yu-Gi-Oh! And Vanguard is I used to be on a Team Child Flames with my friend Eric, and then I quit the team because I wasn't good enough in there. And then eventually, I found Vanguard through a friend. So that's what's kind of drove me to that point as well. And then I used to be on a team recently. It was like only since last year, Team Platinum Musketeers, when it was me, Bryant, and Crow. But then, when set 12 came around, everyone started to have some attention towards a certain people. One started to have doubt about himself, saying that he's not good enough and all this stuff. One is just having fun, but he went on his own. And me, I just got so fed up on the fucking drama that I just didn't want to deal with anybody's shit anymore. And so that's kind of why, I quit the team personally, or disbanded, because everyone is obviously not getting along. There was too much tension between everybody else. And so this kind of shows me that I'm not a good player in Yu-Gi-Oh! Nor Vanguard. No matter how many times I try my very best, even for 10 years, I've tried my very best to improve my dueling skills as a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist. And then there's so many good players out there, so many pros, and people who are just liars and a bunch of backstabbers. I didn't realize all this until 2012. 2011 is when I first started going to regionals. And I liked it because I got a chance to meet other Yugi players and maybe Yugi tubers. I don't know, but I just had some fun. I wanted to feel competitive. I wanted to feel something I could do, something to be proud of and be happy with and be satisfied. To know that I'm not worthless. That's my biggest problem, people, is that I feel like I'm worthless. And I know you guys may probably jump down my throat saying that you're not worthless. You just need some more improvement. You just need to have better content. You just need to try very harder. Every day, for 10 years, I've tried my very best to improve my Yu-Gi-Oh skills. And it's only took me about, a year almost to play Vanguard, and I still haven't mastered all the techniques and stuff. Plus, with all the new stuff coming out, there's a lot of people running Shadows, Narukami, and different clans. And then there's the meta change. The meta has changed a lot in Yu-Gi-Oh! And Vanguard. Everyone's running, the Shadow Paladins deck because of Raging Forms. Crazy ass ride. And then there's some people out there who runs Bujins and all that stuff. Sorry, ignore that. That's my Skype call. So, anyways, I'm not trying to sound like a big crybaby. It's not like a crybaby over this. It's just that I realize I don't have many friends in either game. They may think I'm their friend, when in fact is I'm just alone. Like, they want me to keep talking to them. They want me to speak out. They want me to see what my mind is. But the thing when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh, there's not many players out there who cares. They just want to join a clique and join their friends. Like, the comment that I've heard from this one person from Game Den really affected me because, it may not have anything to do with me, but it affected me deep in, like, personal. Because I thought this guy was my friend because he and I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Years ago, and he always asked me to duel, and which I was happy for. So then what happened is that when I went there, I had a duel with him again, but then he told me to go back. When you gonna? So how's Vanguard with you? I was like, it's going well. It's just some people just butt me there. It's like, oh yeah, then okay, then come back to playing Yu-Gi-Oh. He didn't even say once he missed me or he didn't bother talking to me. So, and then the douchebag thing that he did is that I wanted an Ancient Pixie Dragon off him because he has some synchros and Xyzs that I wanted and some cards I need for my deck. But though unfortunately I did not have many cards for my trade binder, so that's what I'm going to try to fix when I'm on this journey. There's going to be a journey for me. And so what he did is that he didn't see anything. He was asking for my Harpies, and he knew I love my Harpy cards, so I don't know why he keeps asking for those. People run Harpies based on the meta. I run Harpies because I actually love them. There's a difference. There's a fine difference. And so he said, and the thing is, though, the guy had 3 copies of each Ancient Pixie Dragon and all this other stuff. So he said, too bad. It's like, seriously? And then, okay, so everyone's going to YCS in Vegas when around the corner. So everyone's excited for it. But the guy said when all his friends were right there, right on my left or right, I forgot, right. But I'm bad with my directions. I'm sorry. So what it hurt me is that he said he's going to invite only the cool people with him. It's like they're going to be only the cool people there. So am I thinking, is this even worth the time, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Vanguard? Because I'm starting to get the feeling there's a lot of tension between both sides. And I'm not either on no one's side. I'm just trying to have a fun game, trying to have a game that I can be passionate about. Even if it means selling my soul to the devil, basically, to get some cards. In other words, money cards. So another case, do I really have friends? You guys can feel free to comment down below and tell me your stories about if you ever had this issue with some friends that you thought were your friends, but when in fact they're not. And if you ever had issues about torn between 2 different card games, like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Vanguard, Magic Gathering, Pokemon, all that stuff, just tell me your side of the story if you guys ever felt this way. And if you also are Vanguard players, I don't want you guys to get very offended by this at all. I mean, I love the game personally, and the problem is in Utah is that we don't have a Vanguard regionals here. We only have Yu-Gi-Oh! Regionals at the locals. That's pretty much all this game is being led to. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is more popular here than Vanguard is. We're starting to get a little bit more Vanguard players a little bit at a time, but it's just not building up as much as people say it is. Everywhere else in the United States, people have them. New Hampshire has them, North Carolina has them, California has them. Power to the people. Power to the Vanguard. Power to Yu-Gi-Oh! Why can't we all just get along? We all love card games, and we all know how we used to be before we switched to a different card game. So, I'm not saying that I'm going to be joining anybody's team anytime soon, because I still have a lot way to go. But there's a lot of people that, I'm hoping there's a lot of people for me, personally, that I can rely on, and hopefully maybe they change my mind about things. So, yeah, this is, like I said, this is not a pity party, this is not a pity blog or anything. This is about my feelings getting out there to know that I may have friends on both sides. But the fact is, I'm torn between both of them, because one wants me to come back to playing Yu-Gi-Oh! based on because I used to be a somewhat good duelist. Not a pro duelist, not to mind you, because I have a long way to go on that one. But there are some of them that want me to go play Vanguard because it's a lot more fun, it's cheaper, and there's a lot of people there, and the Vanguard community is less drama than what Yu-Gi-Oh is. For what I've heard about Yu-Gi-Oh in the Yu-Gi-Oh community, there's a lot of drama in there. I've seen a lot of bullshit going on through people's videos, such as Underworld 6667, VCTFS. I don't know, I forgot his name. If I did, I'm sorry. Vexicus even said anything. MCole40 said some shit. And all this and that. I'm like, oh shit, I swear to God, I don't know why I even bother. Reason why I'm going back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Just for a short time is to build up my skill as a duelist to know I can do something good with it. And if eventually there's a Vanguard, regionals come around, I'll be there too. Because I want people to know that Vanguard is not a waste of time. It's actually a very good fun game. If you guys don't like it and you guys are just judging it, then that's your own bad problem. Keep your mouths closed. Because Vanguard is not really a bad game. It's actually a lot more fun. I mean, yeah, the artwork's kind of different. The artwork's different. It's different from Yu-Gi-Oh! But we all should be in one community for Vanguard. There's one for Yu-Gi-Oh! There's one for Vanguard. Let's just combine the two and just know that we have friends on both sides that can support you if you need their help. If you want some advice from them, just say it. I mean, hell, I've been asking my friends some help, and even though I felt really bad and pissed off on Friday and I didn't want to talk to nobody, even though some people at my Vanguard sneak peek, they want me to play. And they're now thinking that that I thought Bryce was my friend, and I thought he was a very good person, he was fun to talk to. What changed him? The games changed a lot in all of us. So, with all the respect, I don't want to hear nobody talking shit. I've heard so many people talk so much shit on this one person. This whole he said, she said, that it said, or whatever you feel like it. The dog said something or something like that. We all know how people probably do think about each and every one of us. There are some people out there who think that we're inferior, that Vanguard's inferior people. Yu-Gi-Oh's more superior because it's more superior than other card games. And the thing is, I noticed, there's a lot more people who copy, lie, cheat, steal in both games. But mainly in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because people are so determined to get expensive cards. I can show you an example. I mean, this may not make any sense. Let's take this little guy. Number 82 Heartland Drago. Honestly, I don't know how much it is, but I heard some people say it's expensive, a little bit expensive. But in all honesty, I see it as a cute little collection item because people are now collecting number monsters, and people are now more focused about the pendulum summoning coming out. And there will be a deck profile about this pretty soon once I get all the cards for it and all the right intrigues. I'm still missing a few cards that I've been. But yeah, so anyways, I'm going to end this blog just by asking or saying, if you guys have ever felt this situation, the same situation before with your friends or your locals or anything, please feel free to comment down below and tell me what you guys side of the story. I like to hear actually people's different sides of stories of what their experiences were. I don't know if this is going to help anything, but it helps me more understanding if things went okay or when things went pretty bad for you at first. So anyways, this is Dark Moon Tamer. I'm signing out. Take care, and you guys have a great week, okay? See you guys soon.